How's it going, YouTube? It's LBMTG, and welcome back to another pack opening. This channel's not going to be built around pack opening. It's just an exciting time of the year. My birthday was recently, and someone graciously sent me 3 collector's boosters. Now, I am someone who never is able to buy collector boosters. They're just not in my. It's not for me. Like, they're not in my cards, right? However, this set is one that I am so stoked for. Like, I am a huge Avatar fan, and playing this set, it has so far been my favorite set since like Return to Ravnica. So I am just super stoked to open these. I never get the chance to open these. Now, these have like very big hits. There are some big hits in this set. There's like Appa's like 20-ish dollars. There's a couple like $10, $15 cards like Walls of Bossing Say. But there's also like a $70 card right now. The blue owl is like insane. Also, the badger, the little badger mole thing that makes your guys tap for more mana is also pretty insane. So there's some very good hits from the base set. There's also some like beautiful, really hard to get like art cards, being the like Team Boomerang full art, like really cool cards. Those are worth a ton of money. If we got one of those though, I think it's just financially responsible for me to sell it, but I would still be super stoked. That would be a super cool hit. But without further ado, I mean, just look at this pack booster. They look so cool. We have 3 of them today, so we're going to crack all 3 of them. And like I said, I don't really have anything that I'm like gunning for. I'm so excited to open these that like we could literally pull all duds and I would still come out happy because this set is just so good, so cool, and I love the theme. Avatar is my favorite IP. So glad that they kind of like met up with them and made this set because it got me back into paper magic, and I am super stoked. I'm very nervous to open these. Like I said, I never open collector boosters. I know some people like this is all they open, and you know, more power to you, man. But I have never been able to realistically afford these things. So I figured this is like a once in a lifetime thing for me, opening 3 collector boosters. Might as well record it. Okay, I don't know how careful I need to be with these. I guess like, you know, Pandora's box or whatever, or Schrodinger's cat, I guess. If there's a crazy good card in here, it's better to be more careful, but I feel like I'm being ridiculous right now. Okay, we got the foil ally. I really want to build allies, dude. They look sick. They look sick. Also, I use clues in like every format, and this is the Appa like missing poster, which is a really cool clue. This card looks really cool. It's just not very good. I feel like maybe Commander decks will play it, but Katara Water Tribe's Hero, that foil, looks really good. That art looks really good. I love this border. Looks super cool. Ooh, we got another Drannith Magistrate. It's funny, I pulled this in the Commander bundle. Go watch that video. It's there was some really good openings in that video. It's my only other video at this moment. But this is a card that I play in Modern. I just have never owned one, so I'm always borrowing them from someone. Now I don't have to. I have now pulled 2 Drannith Magistrates, which is actually super good. I guess we could sort these by rare, tokens, lands, and commons, uncommons. Okay, Reckless Blaze. I have not seen this card yet. Deals 5 damage to each creature. When a creature is dealt damage this way, add... Oh, when it dies, add a red. That's actually pretty cool. I feel like if there's like a big red mono red control deck, that could be pretty cool. Smeller Bee. Oh my god, one of Jet's boys. Okay, Smeller Bee, Rebel Fighter. It's a human and an ally. It's legendary, so it could be your commander. First strike, other creatures you control have haste. That's fantastic. That's like Perforacy. Whenever Smeller Bee attacks, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of attacking creatures. Okay. So this can have some graveyard play. This could have some just whenever creatures attack play. It could go wide. I really like that. We also got another foil Aang. We got one of these, I think, the other day. When it enters airbend up to one other target creature, and you can waterbend 8 to transform him into the ocean, which is really cool. Really cool card. I don't know if any of that's worth much. It's like value-wise, I have no idea. I guess I'll be pinging that on the screen. But I am just, once again, I do not care about the value. I am super stoked. We got this foil swamp, which is beautiful. I'm glad they went with a swamp. You would think that the swamp would be a forest, because it literally is a forest, but I love that they made it a swamp, just to keep the theme. That looks really cool. Okay, solid ground. We're going to go through these kind of early, or kind of quick. Thriving Isle. Feed the Swarm. Ooh, Leaves from Divine Foil. Oh my god, that's going in the cool stuff pile. Oh my goodness. Y'all, if you watched my last video, you know I love Uncle Iroh. So anything Uncle Iroh related, I'm going to maybe have like a binder. Ooh, I actually think this card's sleeper. If you turn one this guy in standard, and then like turn two kill something with a 1 or 2 drop lesson, you can then swing and reproduce that 2 mana, and you can like foretell a Sozin's Comet or do some pretty cool stuff. So I think that's an actually exciting card, but we're just going to keep it in the commons, uncommons pile. But I would call this a very successful pack. I don't know monetarily, but from, Chris excitement points, it definitely succeeds. So let's go ahead and move on to the second pack. Let's make sure we're recording on both devices. I never operate 2 cameras on my main channel. So this is kind of a new thing for me. And if you watched my last video, you probably saw I did mess up the camera situation a little bit, but then we corrected like midway through the video. But man, I was so annoyed. So I'm just trying to be extra careful now, making sure both are recording, and they are. So pack number 2, let's get this underway. What's the excitement? I feel like, we could dump all the cool stuff to the back, but I feel like it's just right to just look at it the cool way. Okay, we got a Ballistic Boulder. I'm going to hide the first card while we look at the token. And a Soldier, a Firebending Soldier token. I don't even know what produces this, if I'm being honest. But that's a cool token. I just don't know how much I would use it. Dang, I've pulled 3 of these. Agna Kala. I don't know how to say it, but it's the Water Tribe temple where they attack and it loots. So it's a very great card. I feel like it's going to see standard play, commander play, just like slapped in any blue deck. However, I have 3. I don't think I need 3. Whoa. What? A full art Fevered Visions, and look how Angie Ang looks, dude. That is so sick. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. So Fever Visions was like a meme, but actually really good card in standard when it was there. I don't even know if this is standard playable right now, or if this is just something they included. So 3-drop enchantments, is it colors? At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, they take 2 damage. So very cool card, very cool commander card though. Can go on multiple different decks, so I really like that. I don't have any decks that currently would play that, but shoot, I guess I make one now. That looks super sick. Okay. Overwhelming Victory. It's a 5-drop lesson instant, which is very good with Firebending. It deals 5 damage to target creature. Each creature you control gains trample and gets XO, +X+O, until end of turn, where X is the amount of excess damage dealt this way. Dang, what a combat trick. It's removal and a team-wide pump at instant speed, and it's a lesson for Lessons Matters. That is actually a fantastic card. I feel like it's one of those that like you would put it in certain decks, but in those decks, it makes them go. Also, we got Boomy, Eclectic Earthbender. Okay, he's mono green. I thought he was Golgari from this angle. Mono green, he's a human and an ally. 5-drop mono green. When he enters, you earthbend just 1. But whenever he attacks, you put 2 1/1 counters on each land creature you control. Wow. Wow, man, he would go so good with that one creature that turns all your lands into like 1/1 dryads. Dude, that is sick. I love King Boomy, and now I think I have all the Boomies, maybe? I don't know. Boiling Rock Roiler, this card's just good. It's like a hate piece for like an ally deck in standard, or like a mono black or a red black deck. You can tap an ally you control, which he is an ally himself, to exile a card from a graveyard. So it's just like a hate piece. You can do that at instant speed. He has Firebending 1. Whenever this creature attacks, you can cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. So you can also hit your own cards to make this into card advantage. Very good card. It does 2 different things that are both very good. Also, this mountain with Appa. I don't know if the camera can capture just how good this looks, but wow, this is easily my favorite mountain art now, and it looks fantastic. Appa, it looks so good with that like arch of light there. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Okay, now we're on to the commons, uncommons. We got Eel Hounds. Those things are creepy. Giant Fly, Wolf Cove Villager. Hey, we got a foil May Jaded Edge. She's prowess, and you can give her double strike once. Kind of cool, probably not playable. There's just better prowess cards. Momo Foil, that's the cool stuff pile. Fatal Fissure. We got Lost Days, and we got a land. I'm gonna put that in the like land token pile. I'll put it in the land pile. Why not? And then Rabaroo Troop. So no like cool uncommons, commons, but other than I guess May is kind of cool. But dude, that pack was like also I feel like that pack monetarily is not gonna have been there. However, like dude, just that Fevered Visions art alone, I don't think it's Fevered Vision, so it's probably not worth a lot. But I think the art is so sick that I do not even care. But we got our final pack here. I guess for this pack, we can dump all the good stuff to the back. I just don't know in collector boosters how many good stuff there are at the beginning. So we might just have to take a wild guess, but that's a-okay with me. Okay, so we got the third pack open. Can we hit? I feel like we're probably under on the like actual cost of these cards. Uh-oh, I got something spoiled. Oh, but it's an art. Wait, what? There's an art card here. It's a King Boomy. Cool, I guess. I did not know there'd be an art card in a collector booster. Very interesting. Very interesting. I love Boomy, so I'm happy with that. So we got our token, which, wait, that takes the place of our token. So let's just take like a handful of cards. Maybe that's all the good stuff. Dump them in the back, and let's start there. Okay, we get the uncommon Appa, so 4 mana flying. He has legendary Bison ally. Whenever he attacks another target attacking creature without flying, gains flying. I don't know why they make these creatures legendary. I guess Appa is legendary, but would anyone ever play this as their commander? I don't think so. You know what? Momo went in the cool pile. We're putting foil Appa in the cool pile. Thriving Crow. When it enters, choose a color other than green. This makes green and that color. It's just a tapped dual land, I guess. Not super exciting. Goes in the land pile. Flying Dolphin Fish. Kyoshi Island Plaza. Beautiful card. It is a shrine and a very good one at that. So we're going to put that in the cool stuff pile. This is a really cool card. It's a lesson that destroys a land, but they get to search up another basic. Very cool. A foil Aang. I feel like you have to put foil Aang in the cool pile. Put this in the land pile. We got Deserter's Disciples. We got Rocky Rubble, and it looks like we're coming up on the cool stuff. Rocky Rubble, very good limited card, by the way. Okay, cool stuff. Number 1. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, Commander Staple. That is insane. A Redirect Lightning. It's a 1 mana lesson that you can either pay 2 mana or pay 5 life, which you in Commander you pay 5 life. So it's either a 3-drop or a 1 mana 5 life. You get to redirect a spell, which is a fantastic. It's not quite free like those free versions, but this is definitely like the second best redirect in my opinion. Very good, and this art is absolutely stunning with Zuko lightning bending. Like, oh my goodness, that looks unreal. Nice foiling too. The lightning's foil, the fire beneath him is foil. Ooh, but then a slap in the face. We go from a beautiful Zuko card to a Fire Lord Ozai card. We got Cruel Tutor. 3 mana, search your library for a card, then shuffle and put that card on top. You lose 3 life. I feel like this has got to be one of the worst tutors. It is search for any card, but you lose 2 life, which I don't really care about. However, it doesn't even put it in your hand for 3 mana, so kind of weak tutor if you ask me, but still, you can't be mad. It's a cool card. Can we get the Spice? Oh, hell yeah. I don't even know what this card is. I just see Uncle Iroh and I get excited. Okay. 4 mana green sorcery. Converge X. Return up to... no, I'm sorry. Converge. Return up to X permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast the spell, then you exile this card. So, great card in any green deck, especially one where you're dumping a bunch of mana or playing multiple colors. You just basically get to rebuy a bunch of stuff from your graveyard. Very good card, very good Uncle Iroh. Good boy. Okay. Probably the last cool stuff card. No, let's see. We got... Okay, we got a Plains. We're going to look at the Plains first. A pretty cool Plains. Not the best. It does have Momo kind of featured. Look for Momo. Find Momo. I'm sure you see him. Kind of cool Plains. Not the best, though. Okay, we got Fire Nation Salvagers. 5 mana, Menace 3/3, which is weird. Human Soldier. When this creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or vehicle you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with counters on them deal combat damage to a player, Put target creature or vehicle card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Okay, I was like, where does this card get good? But it's that final line. You don't really play him for what he does to the board. You play him as like a sorcery speed combat trick, so you can use all your 1/1 counter creatures. Very good card in counters matter decks. It is a full art. Since it's a black card, you can't really tell, but it does extend to the border. It is a beautiful card. It's just not like as exciting as the other ones. Oh, and then we get the Mechanist, Aerial Artisan. He whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a clue. So you can spam out clues. Very good in Commander, where you can play this with green to ramp with those spells, and then use that ramp to then dump the tokens. However, if you aren't playing any ramp or you can't crack all the clue tokens, you can also tap him to make that clue into a 3/1 flyer. So pretty cool card. I think it's very good in like a commander or like any kind of set where you can abuse his first line of text. But he also won me some games by just simply making a flyer and sealed. So that's gonna do it for the packs. We can kind of thumb through all the good stuff pile. I just don't know what everything's worth. I feel like this has got to be our biggest hit of the day. The Redirect Lightning foil, like beautiful art style. We got an Aang. We got some cool uncommons. Appa, Kyoshi Island Plaza, Aang. We got the Momo too. Got the whole squad. Boiling Rock Rumbler. I hope this card's really good. I hope there's like decks that play it in the sideboard so the value goes up, but doubt. Boomy, very cool card. I feel like that's a very cool commander that people might want to build. I just feel like it might get overshadowed by some of the tops in the set. Overwhelming Victory, like an unreal good card. I feel like this is going to go in some commander deck. Fevered Visions, I wish the card was as like valuable as this art, because the art is unreal. Agnicola, we got Leaves from the Vine foil, absolutely love that. We got a foil Aang, which is also very cool. Our first set, I feel like, was our good, or our first pack was our good pack. Smeller Bee foil, that's a really cool card. Reckless Blaze, which is okay. We got another Commander, or Draeneth Magistrate. I am happy about that personally. And then a foil Katara. Look, I am super happy. I loved opening these. So shout out to the person that sent me these for my birthday. You made this birthday so fun. I've been looking forward to cracking the mail for the past few days. So thank you so much. Also, like, dude, this set is fantastic. I love opening it. I wish I could afford to get more packs of it, but this is probably going to be the extent of the packs that I buy now. However, I've mentioned it in the past, but I do have some insanely awesome plans for this channel. So definitely subscribe if you like Magic the Gathering. I have some really cool plans coming to you guys. I'm working on them in the background. They're going to be really cool. Very excited to have you along. My name's LBMTG. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure and like the video on the way out. If you like any of these cards or the set or me, or just like clicking buttons, I don't care. But guys, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, guys.